Hi everyone, I'm JD. Welcome back to my channel. So I'm here with the next book, going through this series of all the books that helped me through depression and anxiety. And I'll link below the playlist for you if you would like to see the other parts in this series. So I'm just going one book at a time at the moment. That's all my camera can handle. So this one's The Best Yes, and it kind of ties into the book I shared in the previous video, Boundaries, Learning to Say No. And this one's just about how, yeah, that idea, if you say yes to everything, in a way, you're effectively saying no to everything because you scattered yourself too far. You can't give your absolute best to one thing because you're just giving your half efforts to everything, if that makes sense. So this one is more about getting in tune with what is it that you actually, I guess, most passionate about, and giving that your best yes, or knowing that when you do say your yes, give it everything. Do your best with your best yes. And so that forces you, I guess, to not extend yourself by saying yes to everything and everyone and every responsibility and every duty, because you've only got so much resources in yourself. You've only got so much time in the day. You've only got so much energy. So yeah, choose wisely, I guess, is the idea, rather than what I did before, was just say yes, 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 yes to everything. I didn't choose at all. And now I can be much more intentional about what I'm saying yes and no to. And then I can just give everything to whatever my yes is. And the idea being as well that depending on what season you're in, your yes, best yes may change. So for a season, you may be called into this area, and then for this season, you're called into this area, and it will change and adapt. So it's not like a once I say yes, it's yes forever, or once I say no, it's no forever. Not like that at all. Um, and the other thing that this helped with was, I guess, finding purpose and that kind of thing. And it helped me to not feel guilty about saying yes to my own dreams, I suppose. I guess I always felt guilty about following my own dream and following that thing that makes me happy, because I don't know, I got it in my head that I wasn't allowed to be happy, or it was selfish to be happy. It was selfish to go after your dream, that kind of thing. And so I always held back because of that guilt, I suppose, and worrying what people think. I was always worried that people would think I was, selfish and going after this and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, so what this specifically helped me in an area of my life, pursuing writing and creating, because I'd always gone back and forth. I always knew it was my passion, but always felt this sense of guilt about going after it. And through this book, and actually a movie, La La Land, and also an image, God spoke to me through Rain. He was just saying how rain, and I think it was one of these books actually, that it was some book I read it in, where they talked about rain and how all rain does is rain. It does what it's made to do. It does nothing else. It doesn't shine like the sun. It doesn't grow grass, but yet it is just as important as the sun and the grass, giving us, light and air to breathe. Um, it gives us water. So it's no good comparing yourself to others, wishing you were like the sun, wishing you were like the grass. Be what you were made to be and do what you were made to do, because without it, just imagine if the rain was like, just for a for a moment, let's imagine rain has a voice, and rain had feelings, and rain said, I really want to be like the sun. I hate being rain. And they just decided, I'm not going to rain ever. And that's fine, except everyone else misses out. You can do whatever you want. If you want to do it, do whatever you want. But if you don't do what you're made to do, it's everyone else who misses out. And of course, I feel like you miss out on living your dream and getting that happiness and that spark from doing what you love as well. But if you don't do that thing that you're made to do, we're all the ones who miss out. For example, if you're an artist, all that beauty, all that artwork, gone. We don't get to see it. so, and so that's what I had to come to terms with, especially as in the creative jobs. I was always comparing myself. For example, the sun for me was like doctors and lawyers and teachers. I was like, I don't know, they actually do something. They help people in a tangible way. They teach someone. They save someone's life literally. And then I'd look at me and go, I'm just a writer. I'm just a creator. What the heck is that contributing to the world? And I thought, nothing really. Like, compared to a doctor, compared to someone giving food to the poor, like, what on earth is writing a book gonna do? And yet, or what the heck is creating a journal gonna do, like, to help someone's life? And that's why, again, I felt that guilt. I couldn't give it 100% if it wasn't contributing to society, to the world. And then God spoke to me through that image of rain, and how you just do what you're made to do, and it will give life. It may not give life by giving someone life-saving surgery or air to breathe, but maybe it gives them life in that, books have changed my life. These books have helped me through depression and anxiety. It's brought life to darkness and death through that whole journey. So maybe my words will help someone else through depression and anxiety. And maybe my creations just spark a bit of joy in someone's life when they needed it. It gave them a bit of, it just amazed me. But people say that my videos uplift them. And I was like, well, that has worth in itself too. It's not saving someone's life. It's not giving someone an arm back or their sight back. It's not giving them food if they're hungry. But even if it just gave them something in their emotions, a turnaround in their perspective or something like that, well, then that has worth too. And I just had to, I guess, come to terms with the fact that what I do also matters, just in a different way, and that it has worth and value in itself. Like anyone in the creative arts, in creative jobs, it all matters if that's what you're called to do, though. If it's not, then find that thing that does speak to you and that will help others. So so yeah, that just really helped me to really pursue the dream. And that happened at the start of 2017. So right up until then, I was umming and ahhing over it. I was just like, well, do I give up on this dream? Like, what's it matter anyway? What's the point of it? And then finally, through the book, through Rain, through the movie La La Land, God speaks to me through so many different things. And it just all came at once, right? So that's how I knew it was God. He was just confirming it. And I was like, all right, I get the message loud and clear, God. All right, okay, finally I get it. And then ever since the start of 2017, I have just run with it. And it's amazing how it all worked out. Like, 2017 is when I discovered junk journals. So crazy. And how 2015 and 16 is when I went through depression and anxiety, and a lot of it also came down to the fact that I had no purpose and I lost my dreams. So one of the ways that I came out of depression and anxiety was by finding my dream again and not feeling guilty about it anymore, and just running with it and believing in it. So knowing that God will use it to bring life, and who knows how he will do that. I just trust from all the signs and messages and ways that he's told me to do what I'm made to do, that he will therefore use it, and I can trust him in that. I still have my doubts. I still doubt quite regularly, what is the point of all this? Why do I even do this? Is it even mattering? Does it have an impact? Should I just give it all up and, I don't know, travel to a third world country and hand out food, So at any given moment, I could be thinking that kind of thought. But then I just remember God does something and he reminds me, no, hang on a minute. At least for this season, go after it. Give it everything, because he'll use it to bring life. So, okay, that's what I'm doing. So that is that book, The Best Yes. Give your best yes to whatever you choose to say yes to. Don't feel guilty when you say yes. Know that you're saying yes for a reason because you thought about it, you're intentional about it. And then once you take away all that pressure and that guilt, you can just fully run free with it and go for it. So maybe think about, for you in your life, what is your best yes for this time? And doesn't matter what people think. That was the other thing I was worried about. Like, if I pursue writing and creating, people are going to think I'm a Fruit Loop. They're going to think I'm crazy. They're going to think, there's no money in that job, or that's selfish dream, does nothing, and that whole stigma of creative people, they just sit on the couch all day. They're so lazy, and just combating all of these different things. The best yes helps me to know, just don't worry what people think. I know in my own self what my best yes is, and therefore I can run after it. But it means spending that time reflecting, spending that time getting really intentional, and spending that time really knowing, finding out what it is that is your best yes. Once you can work that out, you can run with it with conviction, and you can go. You don't let those worries or fears of failure, of what people think, of guilt stop you. So yeah, take that time. I encourage you, take that time to really think about it. And I don't know, I hope that's helpful. Hope that's encouraging. And may you live your best yes. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.